Wow. What a great way to start off 2014. Fellow Devil Fruit users, all I have to say is Kishimoto is eating his Wheaties, and he is eating them with extra fucking sugary milk. Hell to the yes. He managed to do what the rest of the Naruto fandom has been wanting for pretty much the entire series, especially since Shippuden. Sasuke may die. That's certainly a possibility. Now, I've got my notes prepared. I'm going to go over everything bit by bit, and we're going to start off, of course, with Naruto. Now, a lot of people believed the possibility of Naruto passing away due to losing the Nine Tails. I have two problems with this. First, of the Uzumaki bloodline, and more importantly, main characters don't die, at least not now. If a main character dies in any TV show, any manga, any video game, any book, anything, they don't die early in, they don't die middle, they don't die towards the end, they die like at the very end. So this isn't the end. So if Naruto's going to die, it's going to be within the last couple chapters, and this is not it. So Naruto's definitely not dead. He's not going to die. He's going to find some way to either be revived or he's not going to die. Now, Gaara catches Naruto with his sand and takes him somewhere, and I have speculations on where they could potentially be going, but I'm going to wait until I discuss the Sasuke incident before I go into that. So we see the Eight Tails actually get absorbed into. I consider the possibility of this being like, oh, one of the, the tentacle clones or something bullshit like that. But that whole I'm sorry B mental thought from the Eight Tails pretty much confirms that this is the legit Eight Tails and that he was taken away from B. We do not actually get to see B himself to determine whether or not he died. He doesn't have any special bloodline that would prevent him from dying. There's none of that bullshit that can protect him. So there's a good chance that he's gone, potentially for good, unless there's some Rintense bullshit, but we'll have to simply wait and see. Now, following that, we get Madara and Tobirama, and they duke it out, and god damn was the panel animation fucking flawless. Hell to the yes. Now, Tobirama tries to use his Flying Thunder God technique, and it doesn't work. It doesn't. It fails. I mean, he put up a valiant fight, but Madara is simply superior. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. So Madara takes him down and puts those rods through him, which are also through Hashirama, and sticks one through his fucking skull. Hell yes. Now, he basically talks with Tobirama for a good little while, and unfortunately, Madara goes on and on a bit, which kind of bothers me. Of course, this has a similar thing to Obito, and what can you do? But he brings up a very valid point, and he says that the irony of peace is that when man attempts to achieve peace, he has to kill in order to do so. And they flash back over to the Madara situation with Hashirama when they fought at the Valley of the End. Hashirama wanted peace to protect his village, but had to kill somebody to do it. Madara, of course, wants the infinite Tsukiyomi, which, of course, means that no one has to fight, yet we still achieve peace. It's almost getting to the point where you almost want Madara to succeed, but of course, it's not going to happen, and I personally don't want it to be that way. I like the idea of peace, but this mindless zombie bullshit, it's like, there's no joy in the world. The reason why we have so much anguish and despair in this world is because we have so much joy. You get rid of the anguish, you get rid of the joy. And at that point, everything is too neutral to the point where there's nothing left to protect. There's no reason to have peace if there's no enjoyment. People want peace. People want to protect something to protect what they enjoy, what they love, what they live for. If there's nothing to live for, there's no reason to protect anything, then there's no reason for peace to begin with. The infinite Tsukiyomi is just as flawed as fucking Obito's logic. That's just the way it is. So, Madara also says something interesting, and he says that, hey, this is a good time for us to discuss this because last I checked, you're the one who killed Izuna, which of course was true. We saw that back in the flashbacks like 30 chapters ago, 20, whatever. And it's interesting because it almost seems like Madara wants revenge, but they're both dead men. Well, Madara's alive now, but Tobirama's like, dude, I'm a fucking lifeless corpse that can barely move. I've already died, so you're not really getting any satisfactory revenge to begin with. So we move over to Hashirama, and along with Sasuke, Hashirama cannot move because of the rods, and apparently he transfers his chakra to him in order to give him a jutsu in order to stop Madara. Here's the thing, though. First, he said it was a way to stop Madara without force, and then I was thinking, oh, you're going to talk no jutsu him? No, that's obviously not the case because there's no such thing as a legit talk no jutsu. It's not an actual jutsu. Hashirama actually said the word jutsu. It's going to be an actual move. So I'm thinking, what? Izanami? What the hell? So it's apparently going to be a way that combats Senju DNA. The fact that Madara took the Senju DNA is going to be his crippling point. Basically, is the idea of what this jutsu is supposed to be about. So Hashirama basically single-handedly gives Sasuke some character development, saying that he reminds him of Izuna Uchiha, and hence he may be able to stop Madara. I don't think that's going to be the case. We know that's not going to be the case because of the ending. Sasuke goes over to to Madara, and all that chakra is apparently wasted because, well, Sasuke got stabbed. Through the heart, presumably, it looks like. So, I consider the possibility that he may have, in fact, used Izanagi. Because, now what you're thinking, but why would there be blood, blah, blah, blah. No. Instances where we've seen Izanagi, it doesn't matter. You take the damage, it's real damage, you can undo it. There's also the possibility that he may have trapped Madara and Izanami. That's certainly a possibility. However, I feel that's personally unlikely. But it would be very interesting if Sasuke were able to use Izanagi despite being able to lose an eye at that point. But Izanagi would be a nice way, a nice non-bullshit way, well, theoretically. Actually, you know what, I don't remember, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you do need Senju DNA to, no, you don't need Senju DNA to use Izanagi, never mind. My apologies. But, yeah, that might have, if that were the case, though, then that would make sense for the chakra given by Hashirama. But anyway, Izanagi would be fucking awesome for Sasuke to use, in my opinion. It would be a way for him to live, but it wouldn't be bullshit. Now, here's why I think it may not happen, and this has to do with Sakura, entirely with Sakura. I will admit, I did not even think of this idea until I watched Sawyer 7 Mage's idea, or his review. And he said specifically, the fact that we have our two main characters, Naruto and Sasuke, I know Naruto is the main character, but the fact that we have Naruto and Sasuke on the brink of death in the same chapter is no fucking coincidence. It is a plot device in the fucking making. End of story. So, I'm basically considering the idea that Sword 7 Mage had, and that was that Gaara is taking Naruto to Sakura in an attempt to have Sakura save him. Maybe it's on some sacrificial Chiyo stuff. I don't know how that's going to work, but it would be really fucking awesome, character development-wise, for Sakura, who needs it more than almost any character in the series, in order to basically say, you can say, at the cost of your own life, you have to save Naruto or Sasuke. And if she chooses Sasuke, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. So it'd be a way to kill them both off, which would make a lot of people very happy. But we'll see what happens. That's a very interesting idea. So that's all for my thoughts on the chapter. It was an excellent chapter. On a score of 1 to 5, I'm going to give it a solid, I think 4 is appropriate. It's not perfect, it was good. The only downsides was Madara's long speech that was reminiscent, of course, to Obito, and the fact that even though I was happy Sasuke got stabbed just a little bit, just because I like him but I hate him so much at the same time, the fact that whole bond with Hashirama, that character development moment, that jutsu, there's a good possibility that it might just go to waste because Sasuke got stabbed. So let me know what your thoughts are on it, how everything's going to be resolved. Are my theories correct? Will Sakura heal or bring back to life one of them, etc., etc.? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time. Sayonara.